Fuck. Oh, okay. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Byron, aka the Pinoy Powerhouse, aka the handsomest man alive. I think it's Thursday night around midnight, just past midnight. As you can tell, I'm in my lovely home, wearing my sleeping clothes. This is what I usually sleep in, pretty amazing and sexy, and I'm still the handsomest man alive. But yeah, I'm just on this, gonna do a quick little Kevin Durant right now, because it seems me and the boys, the rest of the boys, have a bit of disagreement that we've been going on back and forth, and we'll talk about it more on Saturday. But basically, we've been back and forth all day in our text chat talking about how WWE, you know, the release of all the superstars now is especially unethical because, of the pandemic and how bad the economy is. Yeah, you would not believe the stir it had in our chat. Obviously, I think I was probably outnumbered 3-1 amongst the rest of the boys. Bobby, Dick, excuse me, Andrew. Uh, they all felt, yeah, WWE was a fucking, they're assholes, blah, blah, blah. It's a bunch of bullshit that they would do that. How can they do that? Oh my God. It's so unethical. It's the worst. Yeah. I'm gonna side like later. As we found out earlier today, Seth Rollins, was kind of upset at, you know, the fucking marks and basement jerk offers who live in their parents' basement. How pissed, they got. The WWE universe they got way more upset to me than the actual talent who got fired. Yeah, so I'm backing up the Monday Night Messiah. Like, it's crazy to me that people can be this upset at the WWE for doing a business move. They're not the only ones being affected by the economy. Sure, um, they have a lot of money in the bank, and many others do. Like, I told them the example of this tech company who fired all their employees over Zoom right when this started. And I'm sure they have some money in the bank. Like, you got to cut your costs. Um, yeah, you got to cut all your losses at this point with the economy. With You can't really predict what's going on or what's going to happen in the next year or so, or even past that. So to be mad at them for making a business move is such a bitch thing to do. For one, because the company's going to save 4 million a month, from what I've read or from what Dick might have said earlier. 4 million a month might not be a lot to a big billion-dollar company, or any company at the magnitude of WWE, but that's still $4 million a month. And we all know Vince McMahon, and the rest of the board there. They're money hungry assholes. It's business, guys. If you look at the list, I don't have the list with me. I could pull up some names that I remember from memory. EC3 got fired. Rusev, that was unfortunate. I'm really sad about that. Uh, Drake Maverick, Kurt Hawkins, Kurt Angle, a lot of the writers, and then a lot of people from the behind the scenes, and the people from the corporation got fired too. So it's not just the talent. Yeah, if they're going to be upset at that, they need to be upset at every other business that's firing a lot of the workers. Because, yeah, of course they could leave them. I know plenty, like, just throwing it out there, like Cheesecake Factory or a company like that probably has tons of money in the bank. They can keep their employees if they wanted to, but it wouldn't be good business at all. So, like, the backlash against the WWE does not make any sense to me. Like, well, the level of it, I get it. And let me say this too, like, I feel for those wrestlers. Everybody's been fired. I think I may have been fired. Everybody from a job. Yeah, I mean, there's no real good time to get fired, and now I can see how shitty it is. It would be, considering there's a pandemic and the economic future of our country is uncertain. But, like, it's a business move. There's plenty of arguments that were steering from. Bobby had different points, but he was saying, why would the WWE paid Goldberg $2 million, they could have saved money there. But because his name alone helped, fucking had that trash of a show in the Saudi or wherever that is, the United Arabs or whatever, wherever that I don't even know, the Crown Jewel show. Sure, it's a shitty move. I'm not a Goldberg fan by any means, but if they're gonna pay a big ass bag of cash for that, he's definitely gonna be worth that money. I mean, it's a no brainer. Sure, you can you could have kept the $2 million you paid Goldberg and had some spread that wealth across the way. But those other guys are enjoying those numbers, believe it or not. Like Leo Rush is not gonna move the needle for those Saudis, guys. It's really upsetting because a lot of these WWE stars, like I mentioned earlier, they made comments on it, and as mean and negative as the way people are portraying the WWE to be this big monster of asshole company because they fire people. Yeah, Vince McMahon is an asshole. He's like, it's all about the bottom line. And in this case, I'm not mad at the WWE for that. Like, if you can see the reactions of a lot of these wrestlers like Drake, Maverick, I just saw, what's that fool's name? Shit. The other 3MB guy, the guy who has to feed his kids, is blank. So funny,
Pete Slater.
But yeah, those guys, Fit Finley, I saw his comments. Kurt Angle, they were all extremely grateful for the opportunity that the WWE presented. Yes, the WWE is a harsh company, but it's a fucking privilege to be on that stage. Half those guys on the rosters haven't. A lot of the Dick brought this up. A lot of the revenue is brought from these big TV deals. When was the last time you saw EC3 on TV? They're not help generating the money. Yeah, sure, they bust their ass doing live shows and other stuff too. I'm assuming they work out every day. That's their job. But how many times have we seen them? They're non-essential workers, in my opinion. It's tough. Again, I sympathize, and if I was them, I'd feel like shit. It happens. Everybody gets fired, but to have like an extreme backlash on a company for doing something that they find best for business is beyond me. Fit Finley, there was no ill will. Maybe they're being political, or hope they come back. Which Vince said a lot of them. If in the future, if the economic status of our country is a lot better and we're back to being fully functional, of course some of those guys are going to be back. A lot of them are talented guys, but a lot of them, the WWE don't need no way Jose. And yes, that could be a part of their booking, but like The Rock had the worst booking when he first came in, and he turned that around. A lot of these people need us start blaming everything. That's a problem I find everywhere. Like, there's no ownership. I'm sure if No Way Jose was creative enough and had presented an idea that's way better than that bullshit he had, Vince would like it if it was any good, or any of the writers or talent. Like, I do sympathize with Rusev because he's a talented performer, but yeah, it's a really shitty spot to be in. Like, again, I really feel bad, and some people might think it's unethical, but it's not like they're spending money foolishly. They postponed the Titan Tower moving. XFL is obviously gone. It's not like they're giving those people salaries away to preserve other business ventures at this point. Yeah, there could be some shady shit going on in Florida, but that's a whole nother story. Bobby made an argument that got the chat riled up. Our text thread riled up about saying how the WWE stuff, why would they sign so many people and release them now when they need the most? Because those people chose to be in that company. They know, like, no one could foresee a pandemic coming and, busting our economy. The only person who saw it was Bill Gates, but that's a different story. Hold on. Yeah. Number two, like, all those people mentioned on their goodbyes how much a privilege it is. WWE is a standard bearer for all sports entertainment, wrestling, pro wrestling, whatever. They created everything. Vince McMahon's a genius. Like, we can't deny that. Sure, he's old and he may be a little bit off his rocker lately, But that doesn't take away from the fact the man's a fucking genius, a business genius, and there's not like the WWE is $1 billion company. And there's a lot of smart people working for them. Yeah, and back to the point about how why hoard so many talent to prevent them from the competition? You know, your AEWs, your NWAs, Ring of Honors, your New Japan, etc. Of course, you're gonna do that. Like I came up with the example of if I'm a GM of a basketball team, I'm gonna hoard all the talent I want. If I'm the GM of the Lakers, who I hate, fuck them, go Clippers forever, and I wish the NBA's back. I want the NBA to be back more than anything. It's sad. A world without the NBA is a world I don't want to live in, or soccer for that matter. But anyway, like if I'm the GM of the Lakers, and let's say I have LeBron, the top 12 players want to come to my team, and I have the money to sign them, and so those players know all of them aren't going to get playing time. There can only be a certain amount of superstars or mid carders in this case, right? Uh, of course I'm gonna do it if it means that my competition, my Clippers or the Bucks or other top elite level teams or organizations. That goes for any sort of business, guys. Like if I were to have the opportunity to have all the best of the best of the best, and that's what you want, because for one, it's gonna make everybody stronger, and those who aren't are obviously gonna fall by the wayside. And two, like my competition doesn't get better. It's simple. Like I don't know. It's not a world where everybody gets fucking participation trophies. That's the part that was riling me up a little bit. It's like nothing is handed. You get opportunities and you make the most of opportunities. And if they don't pan out, boom, you get fired. I'm sure I'm gonna get fired. I failed so many in so many aspects of like daily life or of other shit, and it's fine. Like sometimes you just gotta take ownership of it. And again, it's not the WWE talent who's upset. It's more of the fans. Not just my boys, obviously, I love them. But like it's all the people on Twitter who fucking probably jerk off 100 million times a day and never fucked a woman or anything like that. Like it's all these smarks who think they know better, could do better. That's super annoying. It's super annoying to read. I thought I was clear because I'm trying to avoid all the corona news because it gives me anxiety and panic attacks. But a lot of the stuff being said was just outrageous. Like I could not. Hold on. Yeah, I could not begin to. That part made me lose my train of thought. But yeah, it's just weird. That argument Bobby tried to make about like preventing them from going to other places as well. Yeah, but they still signed the contract, and the NFL. There's other places in this world that hire people contractually, and they know what they're getting into. There's fine print that says, "Hey, we can probably release you when you want." There's no guaranteed money unless you're playing in the NBA, or if they wanted to have like a steady income and they wanted to have the stability, so to speak, they would have been fucking nurses or something. But no, their passion, their life goal is to be a sports entertainer. And I mean, there comes good and bad with it. And a lot of them are going to rebound and maybe excel in other. And I hope they do, because I love a lot of those guys, like Rusev, like I mentioned earlier. But yeah, it's kind of a trip. What's that? Hold on. It's funny that they kept Jinder Mahal, though. The list was kind of the list of the releases were kind of expected. They're all people who weren't primetime players. And again, like, you can blame it on the booking, but not again. This is a big point that not everybody could be a fucking superstar or a mid-carder. There's tiers to this. And yeah, you could be mad at the booking, but some of it's booking and some of it could be on the talent themselves. Like, a lot of these people have had chances to shine, and maybe they didn't book them that way, and maybe it's not in the cards. But again, they knew what they were signing up for. Vince McMahon is one of the best businessmen ever, and he's ruthless. Heath Slater. How did I forget Heath Slater? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's just my rant. We're gonna be. I think we're on a side note too. We're gonna start season 5 starting Saturday. So tune in. Let me know your thoughts. If I'm wrong, if I'm crazy about this, or if I got it all wrong. But like whether regardless of what you say, I think you have to look at it from the perspective of not trying to take care of everybody, because for one, it's physically impossible. I want everybody to do well, and I wish the best for everyone in that company because I love that company, and I love wrestling and I love all that. But like, not everybody's gonna, it's not for at this moment in our economy. Like, people are losing jobs left and right, and to be mad at these guys will probably play hefty. So if they're saving $4 million a month, some of these wrestlers who were on who got released were probably getting six figures. So I hope they save their money and were smart about it in a profession like that. Um, yeah, there's only one Undertaker. There's only one Rock. There's only one for a reason, because it's hard to be that good or hard to be that lucky, and to succeed in a business like this, in entertainment, because it is sports entertainment. A lot of it is luck, and there's way more talented wrestlers. But like, for one, it comes to the package, the whole package. You guys know the whole thing if you're fans of wrestling, and obviously if you're fans of this podcast, you probably are. But yeah, am I crazy? I may look crazy as fuck right now, but like, I definitely like stand by my points. I don't. I Yeah, it's just absurd to me that the backlash that they're getting, like, maybe I'm looking at a wrong angle, or yeah, but we'll talk more about it Sunday, and I'm sure it's going to be pretty heated and fun. So tune in for that. Just a quick little update. Our merch store is doing a little reactivation. I'm going to rework that, working out new themes, and we have a new format for our show too. So it's going to be a little shorter. And yeah, we'd love to hear what you guys want moving forward, especially since we're all in this fucking terrible quarantine. Yeah, so tune in live Saturday. We're gonna record it like in early afternoon, like 1. And yeah, 1, it should be out on all platforms by Monday, hopefully, maybe Sunday night. So yeah, take care of yourselves. That's just me ranting. Has to get it out because we had such a spirited argument. Hopefully we'll probably revisit this on yeah, on this week's show. Sorry, it's late. I'm tired. Got to get up. I'm actually gonna probably play NBA 2K. But all right, guys. Have a good night and love you.